It's Friday, May 4th, and you're listening to, or watching, episode 200 of Fear the Boot, a podcast that Chris should have gotten done well over a year ago, but for some reason dragged his ass on. I knew I should have listened to Chad from the beginning and never let that old wrinkled waste of space on the show in the first place.
Since 2006, Fear the Boot has worked to bring gaming ideas, irreverent humor, and a little bit more to listeners around the world. Dan, Chad, John, and numerous other hosts have graced the mics with their own blend of wisdom and insight.
Right. Yeah, I swear this is like the gaming podcast where people do smoke pot.
Fear and Loathing in Gondor. That was the first campaign we ran. Luke, I want you to diagnose Sauron. What's his problem? Is it glaucoma?
It might. Well, I doubt the glaucoma doesn't have the burning effect. It's probably herpes.
Well, let me tell you some things that I don't do. I don't do women.
Chris, did you just fart or
something? That's what I thought I heard.
Hi, man.
Keep this in the episode.
Wait. What did you call this game?
Well, since there was only one statistic, I settled on the perfect name for my system.
And?
Monostat.
And I know that sounds really bad, and I probably sound really LARPist right about now, but...
Actually, I'm married to a girl who's half LARPer.
And you know what? And I really have no problem with them or what they do and all that, you know? But the thing is, man, it's just
my
you
uncle
can't...
on my mother's side was 1/4 LARP.
I expect Chris any minute to say, not that there's anything wrong with that.
Nah, not that there's anything wrong with that. I just don't want them in my neighborhood.
Well, we're now descending into pointless podcasting.
Whether it's a discussion on game mechanics, design, implementation at the table, and beyond, Fear the Boot has been described by many as a group of friends sitting around and BSing, with an open invitation for anyone to listen. Fear the Boot was created by Dan Reppinger one spring day as he walked down the streets of the greater St. Louis metro area. He stopped at the intersection of Visa Gold and Bad Judgment Streets and was struck with a wonderful thought. The rest, of course, is history. Since that moment, and whether for good or evil, Fear the Boot has created a culture all its own. Fear the Con is the convention for Fear the Boot listeners and non-listeners alike. More than just a gaming convention, Fear the Con is a gathering of the Fear the Boot community. It's a chance for friends, many of whom have never met, to finally see each other face to face. Ask any gamer before they attend Fear the Con, and they'll tell you they're going to a gaming convention. When the con is done, ask them, and they'll tell you they've been to an experience like no other. It's almost like a religious experience combining Joel Osteen and Tony Robbins. Well, maybe not quite like that, but something. It's beyond explanation. Time now for a Dan Exure.
Let me start by telling you why you can each go to hell.
Did he slap you on the ass and say good game? I cannot believe you beeped out dildo, Dan. That isn't...
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Hey, man, if a man builds 1,000 bridges and sucks one, he's not a bridge builder. He's a sucker.
Pat and Chris, they're texting each other prior to the podcast. And it's going back and forth.
And it's on pause right at the moment.
Yeah,
I've got the next post.
They're giggling like little girls. And so I take Pat's phone to see what the hell they're doing. And they are literotica. Sexting each other. What is the proper phrase?
I like literotica better.
Literotica.
Yeah, literotica
I do
sounds much
like
better.
that.
It sounds so much.
Is that a real word, or did you just make
I
that
actually
as
think
a
it
real
is.
word? Yeah.
I've read penthouse stories cleaner than what these two are sending to each other.
Where do you think I learned my best material?
All right.
Oh, yeah.
It's just certainly something we've skirted this episode.
Our rating out the door.
Episode. Yeah, keep sexting, Chris.
No, don't, because every time I read them, I feel really creepy. Chris, which I guess means you're doing a really good job, but I just feel so... I mean, goodness gracious, man, you're making me uncomfortable, and that takes a lot.
Pat, you have a great future in creepy fanfic.
I know.
So, Chris, while you're reading these, what are you wearing?
Oh my gosh, I just realized it's finally happened. Years ago, when this show was still young, we said...
And Chris was already old.
Yeah, when the world was young, Chris was old. But we said we would know this show had finally gone too far when there was slash fanfic about the host. And in this very room, it has happened.
I bet you never thought it would be a host doing it, though.
You son of a bitch. You have brought a curse upon this household.
You know what's really sad? We never made it to 200.